Hi, this is me, and welcome to my Dava table. Well, sort of. At least this is Dava the right way. It's a table of sharing. And now I'm going outside so that you may see that I still wear my tinfoil hat with pride. You see it? Yeah. So, again, welcome to a short story from my life. You know, I just listened to Julie's video before I drove up here. The video she shared about why she got involved in Islam, how she got involved, and her serious thoughts about what could happen to her. And I knew I already did mine on why and how I started working on and studying Islam. So I will not bother you with this again, but it made me wonder and it made me think. So I drove up here and I got myself a beer and sat down and thinking, and I said, well, I need to make one more about why I do it. I think it's about 16, 17 years ago in my hometown. We had a lot of Somalis coming in. And back then there was a saying that those are the worst amongst the Muslims that comes. You know, back then I would agree, but today I would say there is no one that is more dangerous than the other. They're just, some of them are sleeper cells. But that specific story I want to tell you about is when this happened. I think my daughter was around 4 or 5 years old. My mother was just around 70, and I was, sad to say, 35 or so. But we were driving to a place that we usually drive to shop for big supplies and things like that, right in downtown. And when I was driving, I had to go a certain street to get up to the parking lot on top of the store. And at this road up leading up to the parking lot, there's a man, very, very black, very, very dark. And he stands right in the middle of the road. Around him, 4 tents, as I like to call them. Black women, totally totally hidden. Yeah, the difference between discovered and hidden is very, very big. They were totally hidden in black, and they had this 3-year-old or something in a pram. And I tried to wave to him so that he could see that I wanted to go. But they didn't move. He was looking right at me. So when he didn't move, I thought, okay, I will just have to drive around him. And I heard a banging on the back hood of the car. And I said, okay, well, yeah, he was pissed. So I thought that's the end of it. But when we had parked the car and we came down with the elevator inside the store, I could see him coming. And he was furious. He was shouting names at me and calling me a lot of bad things, I reckon. I told him, stop that. I didn't do you any harm. You were in my way and I tried to avoid hitting you because you wouldn't leave. I pushed my mom aside and told her to take my daughter and start walking towards the information booth where also they could call the security, because I knew this might end up bad. Around 2 weeks before, I had a dislocated shoulder thanks to sword fighting, stage fighting. And I was in a bit of pain, but yeah, driving was okay, and lifting my daughter, not so okay. If you ever had a dislocated shoulder, you know how bad it is. So he started punching me, and I told him, "Don't touch me. I have a dislocated shoulder, and this hurts." And he started just knocking on me, totally without any respect. My daughter started crying, and my mother tried to interfere, and I told her, "Don't," because I was pretty sure she would be victimized by him too if she interfered. So I told her, "Just get back to the information booth." Uh, he was still calling me a lot of bad things, and I told him that I cannot tell you how I feel because I would be put in jail or get fined if I call you anything because there is this racism paragraph. But you know what, you son of a donkey? You better stop because I know exactly what you're doing, and this is my country, and I have every right to ask you to follow the laws, and you don't need to stand in my way, especially when I'm driving. But he just kept pushing. I think it took us around 2 minutes to get what's 30 feet or so to the information booth, and no one came to help us. Already back then, there was people were terrified to interfere. Um, but we made it, and as soon as I hit them, the information booth, I asked them to call security because I knew this would end bad if there wasn't any male authority. But they already had called them, and so they showed up. But the weird part is that already back then, this political correctness shit load of non-believing ideology, and I don't get it, and yeah, this really still makes me boil. Uh, they told me to calm down and just come along with them, and asked them, "What? That person over there, he needs to be shown out of your store and never be let in again, because he's attacking me." I said, "Oh, no, 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 just don't worry, don't worry. You're safe now. We have you, and come, we will just, we will just make sure that you get out of the store without any problems." And I said, "What? But I'm not leaving. I want to do my shopping, and he has to go out. He's the one attacking me." "Yes, but you know it's so hard. But please come. Then we will give you some tickets for free coffee." And I had to accept because my daughter was crying. She's diabetic, and her blood sugar levels was going crazy. Of course it was. She was crying. She was scared. She was terrified. And my mother needed something to calm her too. So I took these, and we went in and sat down for coffee while they just escorted them out. And I came back and said, "Well, just tell us when you want to leave so we will make sure that you can get into your car without any problems." I said, "What? Didn't you even report this? I want this reported to the police." But they say, "Oh no, it's nothing." To me it's a lot, and to my daughter and my mother it was a lot. It took us 2 years before I went back there, and my mother never entered that store again. But you know, it makes me sad to look back at those days because back then we maybe had 1% Muslim people, maybe 2 if we counted every head. Today we have around 6.8 to 8%, and it's bad. But I'm not surrendering, and I'm not giving in. I have my tinfoil hat, and yeah. If I wake one up before I get found or persecuted or whatever will happen when the Danes don't, if the Danes don't wake up and make a stand against this, then hopefully that person will carry on the heritage from me and keep spreading the words. And as Julia said, I don't know if I'll be here in 5 years. I hope I will, and I hope that many of us will, and we will be able to toast somehow that we made it and we pushed them back like the Crusaders did. And on that note, I just want to show you once again how beautiful this place is. Take a look at the fjord. Don't know if you can see it, I hope you can. Right there is the sun, and it's getting ready to set so that the Muslims will be able to break the Dava. Here we have the bonfire that will go off on Midsummer's Eve. And yeah, the mist is slowly covering up this area as everything is turning peaceful and quietly. And so will I, hopefully. But it was just another thought from me and my tinfoil hat. Hope you get the message and hope you got it. And have a pleasant night, evening, morning, wherever you are. But stay alert.